Schenectady ground, Talk 55422.
Skyhawk 55422, Schenectady ground.
Schenectady ground, Talk 55422 is at the Richmore ramp, already attached to the active, and would like a northwest departure to the practice area.
Skyhawk 422, runway 4, wind 070 at 5, altimeter 299er6, taxi via Bravo, runway 10 and Alpha.
Runway 4 of 55422.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. My name is Wyatt Jones, and this is the tower cap at Schenectady County Airport. Basically, this is the local position where the controller instructs aircraft in the traffic pattern and any inbound or outbound aircraft. Okay, what you have here is a Zetron, where we monitor all of these frequencies. You got ground frequency, 121.9er, air frequency, 121.3, the emergency frequency, which everybody monitors. You have the Air National Guard frequency, which we have a direct link to the Air National Guard vehicles. County Highway for the guys who plow our runways and taxiways. The 13 line, which is a direct line to Albany if we need a release on a aircraft, or if we just have a question about a certain clearance. Okay, over here we have our counts of any aircraft in and out, so we have to keep count. We got Civil, Navy, Air Force, Army, and the Air Guard. We got our digital wind reader here. We got our analog altimeter. And this right here, this is what we call the crash phone. If any aircraft reports a mayday or any other type of emergency, we got to pick this up. This has a direct link to the Air National Guard over across the field. And there's 3 guys always monitoring that. There's a guy on base operations, guy at command post, and security police. We tell them what's going on, where it is, and they will act upon it by sending fire trucks or police or whatever is necessary. Yeah, you've got on my strip holder right here. As you can see, you got this aircraft, Skyhawk 55422. He's a Cessna 172. He called up earlier, went to the northwest departure. So that when I hand this strip over to the local guy, he knows where he's going. Yeah, you got the time in Zulu here, which is always running. Time in Greenwich, England. Over here you have our radar system, which we cannot use to vector, but we use it so we can see what traffic is ours and when it's going to be coming in. We got the control panel down here to use it. Binoculars so you can see across the field. And that's a basic tower cap position.
When you talk to a tower as a pilot, you need to establish 3, if not 4 things. You need to establish who you are, where you want to go, and then you have the numbers and the NOTAMs. Say I was a pilot out in the ramp. I would start by contacting ground to let them know who I am. So I'd say something like, Schenectady ground, Cessna 637 under Mike. So I said my call sign so that they know who I am. So they'll come back by saying, Cessna 637 under Mike, Schenectady ground. Now I want to tell them who I am, and where I want to go. So I'll start by saying, Schenectady ground, Cessna 637 under Mike is at Richmore South, which is our ramp, so that's where I am. Next I'm going to tell them where I want to go. I would say, is ready to taxi to the active for northwest departure. So I said who I was, where I am, and where I want to go. Next I'm going to tell them that I have the numbers and the NOTAMs, and we'll get into that a little bit later. So I'll say, in full, Schenectady ground, 637 under Mike is at Richmore South, ready to taxi to the active for northwest departure with the numbers and NOTAMs. And they'll come back and say, Schenectady ground, Cessna 637 under Mike, Schenectady ground, taxi to this runway using these taxiways. And then you repeat it back. Anytime the tower tells you something, it's customary to repeat it back so they know that you've heard it in full detail and that there's not going to be any mistakes. So that way we can establish good communication and we have no problems.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Jones, and I'm going to explain what a NOTAM is. A NOTAM is a notice to airmen. Basically, you want to know your condition of the field that you intend to land. For example, here at Schenectady, we have 3 NOTAMs in service. We have the runway and identifier lights for a certain runway are out of service. We got numeratory flocks of migratory birds in and on the vicinity of the airport. And also we have a tower light out 2.25 miles northeast of the field.
Alright, hi, I'm Kim Ewer, and I'm going to be talking to you about why communication is important in aviation. Alright, so aviation has its own lingo, as you know, just as other professions do. It can be confusing when starting as a pilot, and it's a vital form of safety. If I was flying a plane, which I can't, I would like someone in my ear talking to me, telling me where to go. It's a safety issue if there are miscommunications, and it can cause bad things to happen on the taxiways and the runways if you don't have correct communication with the ATC. As a pilot, you're going to be better confident, and especially as a beginner pilot, it's great to really know your communications.
Hey, I'm Jason Holoduke, and just going to tell you about AWOS, the Automated Weather Observation System. So it's good to know your weather before you go flying. So I like to go and call up like an hour before I go flying. That's usually a good time. That's what I usually do. But it's always great when you actually go flying, because flying's awesome. You go flying, and when you're in the airplane, you're sitting there, and you press the thing on to talk. You're not going to be talking to the AWOS. I mean, that would just be silly. So you actually, on your little thingamabob here, you put in 119.275, because that, of course, is Schenectady AWOS. So you listen to that, you give that a little listen. I mean, you get all your your wind and your ceiling. Wind, ceiling, it's pretty much what I look out for, when I go flying. I mean, because what you got right here is all this is like you know what? You can even go online and look at the AWOS. I mean, that's how awesome AWOS is. Automated Weather Observation Service. So this is kind of what you get when you look online. I mean, here's your wind, 340 at 4 knots. Here's your sky, 500 feet scattered. You can read. I don't really want to tell you. Temperature, visibility. And it's probably above 10, but it just goes up to 10 because that's how it goes. And okay. Yeah. So, is there really anything else for me to tell you? Hey man, yeah, don't really have anything else for you. Just make sure you're on the schedule for next weekend. I'll see you then. Sweet, oh dude.